Did you bring in the laundry?
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
This trivial incident sparked a heated argument between us. With his mood soared, my husband started ignoring not only me, but also our 4-year-old daughter. Amidst this tense atmosphere, I received a perplexing message from my husband. And what unfolded before my eyes was unbelievable. My name is Alexa, a 35-year-old full-time worker. I met Caleb, my husband, through a mutual friend during college, and we got married. After giving birth to my daughter, I took a 1-year maternity leave and returned to work. Initially, I had a part-time schedule, leaving the office before 3 p.m., but now my working hours are until 5:30 p.m. Today, I managed to finish work smoothly and leave the office on time. I rushed to pick up my daughter from daycare. Kia, honey! Mommy! My daughter ran towards me with a smile on her face. Seeing her joyful smile, I can imagine how she had a fun day at daycare. It's because of this smile that I can give my best in everything. Mommy, I learned a new song today. Saying that, my daughter started humming the song. Wow, you can sing it so well! This journey back home with my daughter is like a revitalizing tonic that heals my work fatigue. From there, it's a whirlwind of busyness with dinner preparations, bath time, and laundry once we arrive home. Hey, we're back! As I opened the door and entered, I noticed the living room lights were on. There, my husband was sprawled on the couch, engrossed in his cell phone. Oh, you're home early today. Yup, I headed straight home. Continues to focus on his phone without looking up. The sound of beeping and game noises fills the room. While I'm about to face a whirlwind of tasks, he seems completely carefree. Did you bring in the laundry for me?
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
You promised to bring in and fold the laundry when you come home early, right?
What's the big deal? I just forgot.
No. We had the same argument just last week. If he comes home earlier than me, it would be nice if we could help with dinner preparations. We both work full-time, but it's clear that the burden on me is too heavy. If I don't say anything, all the household chores fall on me. Even when I'm doing everything, he's always glued to his phone and doesn't bother to play with our daughter.
Hey, Kia, stop it!
While prepping dinner, I suddenly hear my husband's angry voice and our daughter crying.
What happened? What's going on?
Surprised, I rush over to where they are. My daughter clings to me, tears streaming down her face. It seems she accidentally stepped on the laundry that my husband had folded while trying to get a toy. It was unintentional. Don't be so mad. Well, if you had folded, why don't you put it away right away?
What's your problem?
I helped you, and now you're complaining? Helped me? What do you mean? It's only natural to share chores when both of us are working. Shut up. I'm tired from work too, you know. What about me? I come home and immediately start prepping dinner every day without a break. Enough already.
You're so annoying.
With that, my husband retreats to his room. Our daughter, who had been silently watching our argument, is startled and starts crying again. I'm sorry, Kia. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I hold my daughter tightly. Expressing my frustration, I return to the kitchen. Despite dinner being ready, my husband doesn't come out of his room. I knock on the door. Hey, dinner's ready. No response. I knock again and called out. You hear me, right? With a sour expression, my husband emerges, walking past me without a word, and sits at the table. And he starts eating in silence. There it is, Caleb's silent treatment strategy. It's been like this since forever. When my husband gets angry, he ignores me and he continues to ignore me until I give in and apologize. Kia, is the chicken good?
Yeah, it's delicious. Isn't it, Daddy?
My husband doesn't respond. I was about to complain, but I don't want to argue in front of our daughter any further. Daddy seems tired from work, doesn't he? Well then, Kia, eat up.
Okay.
My daughter is obedient. Truly, my daughter's presence is a source of comfort for me. The next morning, my husband's silent treatment continues. Even when we say good morning, he doesn't respond. I can handle it, but I don't want him to ignore our daughter. It's really messed up to ignore such a young child. In the end, my husband continues to ignore both me and our daughter, and days pass like that. We had plans to go to an amusement park this weekend. The night before, my husband doesn't come home even after his usual time. Of course, there's no communication from him either. Daddy seems to be working late today. Should we eat without him, Kia?
Okay, let's eat.
I'm not sure if my husband even remembers the promise about the amusement park. But in the current state, going out together as a family wouldn't be enjoyable. That's for sure. Or rather, it's impossible to go out together if he ignores us. This time, it's fine for just me and my daughter to go. As long as I can make my daughter happy, that's what's important. Hey, about tomorrow's amusement park? Shall we go just the two of us? Daddy seems really tired from work lately.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go with Mommy. Daddy can't even talk anymore, huh?
Indeed. Our daughter also realizes that something is off with her father. Yeah, so tomorrow, let's give Daddy a day off and go together, okay? And we went to bed early. But I woke up in the middle of the night. My daughter was fast asleep. I reached out to the phone on my bedside table, and it was 2 a.m. There was a message from my husband that I couldn't have imagined. It says, "If you talk to me, there will be a fine." Huh? What on earth is he thinking? And what's with the fine? My head heated up, and my heart raced. It was the pounding of anger. He ignores me and our daughter, yet he wants to impose a fine? I couldn't make sense of it. I need to have a glass of wine. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep afterward. Thinking that, I walked to the living room door, and the light was on. My husband must be home. And there, he was lying in the living room floor in his underwear, sleeping and snoring loudly. So sloppy. Right after that, I was even more shocked. The floor a little away from my husband was soaking wet. It smelled odd. I was taken aback. Did he use this place as a toilet? I completely lost my desire to drink wine. I let my husband alone, turned off the living room light, and went back to the room. But even back in the room, my anger didn't subside. I can't live with the husband like this. Until now, I've given in for the sake of both of us. But now, we have our daughter. Soon, she'll start understanding things. For now, I can't show our daughter her father's disgraceful behavior. I have to escape from this house with my daughter as soon as possible. Around 6 in the morning, I called my mother. My parents usually wake up early and take their dog for a walk. My mother, who was happily walking the dog, answered the phone right away. "Oh, what's the matter so early in the morning?" "Sorry, Mom. Can I come over there? Did you see the message I sent last night?" "Oh, sorry, no. I haven't checked it yet. By the way, what happened?" Well, it's a long story. I'll talk about it once I get there. I packed the belongings I prepared during the night into the car and left the house, carrying my still sleeping daughter. It took 2.5 hours by car to reach my parents' house. When I arrived, both my parents and our beloved dog Poco were waiting in front of the house. I'm sorry for coming so early in the morning. It's fine. Anyway, let's put Kia to bed for now. Saying that, my mother took my daughter to the guest room. Kia, who was looking forward to the amusement park, would wake up soon. There wasn't much time. I summarized the key points and told my parents about my current situation. I couldn't tell my father, who is a man just like my husband, about yesterday's disgraceful incident. When my daughter woke up, she was surprised to find herself in a different sleeping space. But when she saw my parents' face, she immediately smiled.
Wow, Grandma! Grandpa!
Kia, you're awake. I'm glad to see you after so long. Today, let's go to the amusement park with Mommy, Grandpa, and Grandma. All 4 of us.
Yay! Let's go! Quickly!
Kia was happy, and I felt relieved. At the amusement park, my daughter was excited and having a blast. Considering the exhaustion of the past few days, I was truly grateful that my parents came along. My father and daughter were happily frolicking on the merry-go-round. While watching the 2 of them, I said to my mother, "Thank you, Mom." "What are you saying?" "Today, it's me who should thank you for such a wonderful day." Upon hearing my mother's words, all the pent-up emotions I had been holding back overflowed, and tears started to stream down my face. Every time my daughter, who was on the ride, came back to where my mother and I were standing, she looked at us with a puzzled expression. I desperately held back my tears, put on a smile, and waved at Kia. After that, we completely forgot about my husband and spent a joyful day with the 4 of us. Even without my husband, both Kia and I can have a happy weekend. The next morning, after finishing a slightly relaxed breakfast, let's go for a walk with Poco. Kia was eagerly looking forward to taking a walk with our dog after such a long time. Alright then, I get ready. My mother seemed happy too. As I cleaned up after breakfast and watched the heartwarming scene of the 2 of them, I thought to myself, how peaceful. What were those tense days with my husband all about? While Kia and my mother went for a walk, my father and I relaxed, drinking coffee together. Then, the doorbell rang. Huh, did they come back already? Dad, it's okay. I'll go check. Saying that, I opened the front door. And to my surprise, my husband was standing there. As soon as he saw my face, my husband shouted, "What do you think you're doing? Going out without permission? What about my breakfast? Huh? What's going on all of a sudden? Did you really come all the way here just to say that? Whoa, I couldn't get in touch with you." Oh, that's right. When I left home, I had blocked my husband's calls and messages. I completely forgot about it. My father, who noticed the commotion at the front door, was watching with concern from behind. Feeling a sense of security, I let out everything I had been thinking. What is wrong with you? Really? Whenever something doesn't go your way, you completely ignore me. And you even ignore Kia too? What kind of a father are you? And what's with the fine if I talk to you? It's just stupid and makes no sense. Because you always complain. Even though I helped with the chores. Help? Don't act so self-righteous. Your so-called help is minimal at best. Try switching places with me for just one day. Then you understand. My husband hesitated for a moment, but his next words left me dumbfounded. That's right. You? Don't leave Kia's bed waiting as it is and go out. What? What is this guy talking about? Does he still not remember anything from that drunken state? As I was about to retort, I heard a voice from behind my husband.
Oh, Daddy! Daddy, Daddy can talk now.
Kia.
With our daughter's sudden appearance, my husband was momentarily flustered.
What's bedwetting?
Kia asked with an innocent smile. I panicked. Then my mother, who was behind Kia, held up her cell phone screen in front of my husband. On my mother's phone was a picture of my husband's big blunder on Friday night.
This could it be? What? Huh?
Realizing the situation, my husband became flustered. Yes, I had sent the picture to my mother. Kia, sandwiched between my mother and husband, looked bewildered. Understanding the situation, my father spoke to our daughter.
All right, let's go wash your hands. Come with me.
Saying that, he took our daughter away from the scene. Truly, my father is reliable. Now it's time for a counterattack. First, it's my mother's turn. Caleb, you are a grown adult. Have some shame.
Does that mean... But wait, is it really me in this picture?
My husband sought help from me. Huh? Who else could it be if not you?
Come on, delete the picture. I apologize for ignoring you all this time. I'll even pay a fine if you want.
Of all things, my husband burst into tears in front of me and my mother. No, I won't delete it. Instead, reflect on everything you've done so far. I'm getting a divorce from you.
Huh? Divorce? Wait a minute, please. I beg you, don't.
My husband continued to cry and scream. So my mother and I ushered him out of the front door. For a while, he shouted outside, but soon his voice faded away. Ah, what a relief! My mother and I exchanged a high five. Afterward, I entrusted everything to a lawyer, acquaintance of my father's, and the divorce was finalized without me ever meeting him again. He agreed to pay the monthly child support as per our demands. His parents, upon hearing the reason for the divorce, seemed utterly dismayed, making it difficult for him to even return to his parents' home. My biggest concern was how the divorce would affect the environment surrounding Kia. But she is spending her days with a smile at my parents' house. She's there with her grandpa, grandma, and her dear dog, Paco. If you take decisive action, things will work out somehow. With my ex-husband, who used to ignore me unreasonably, gone, I no longer have stress, and my work is going well. If I continued my married life with him, just the thought of my daughter being consistently ignored by her own father sends a chill down my spine. Once I've settled down, I will leave my parents' house and work hard to create a life for my daughter and me. I look forward to a future full of smiles with my daughter.